Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is probably the first time that I'm gonna be doing live reactions to Weekly Shonen Jump content. Normally I do like videos where I, take my time, I think about the chapter. First time that and whoa, okay, that was weird. I had to mute that. All right, whatever. But basically I'm gonna be, just doing a live reaction to Black Clover, Promised Neverland, and My Hero Academia. I'd also add One Piece, but because One Piece is on a break, can't do that. After this initial stream where I do live reaction stuff like that, I'm gonna add other Weekly Shonen Jump content. You're gonna see reactions to Haikyuu. I'm gonna do a whole stream where I catch up to Haikyuu with like 10 or like 11 chapters. I'm behind. I'm gonna add Dr. Stone. I'm going to add Kimetsu no Yaiba, and I'm going to add Robot Laser Beam. So I'm going to add all those series. So every Friday, whenever they come out, but usually Fridays, right? Fridays, Saturdays, whenever they come out, I'm going to be doing just like a straight stream where I react to all of those chapters and talk about them at the same time. So it's going to be, they're going to be pretty long streams, but I think it's worth it just because one, I got a lot of stuff to do. I have my life, job, career, stuff like that. So it's harder for me to make review videos in that way. Like some people can do that, and maybe it's a little bit easier for them, but for me, it's not. Like this is a bit easier to do live reactions because they automatically upload to YouTube. So that's pretty much the way I'm going to be doing it now until I have more time to sit and do super in-depth reviews. This is going to be more off the cuff. So forgive me if some of my ideas and thoughts like that aren't particularly cohesive, but it's neither here nor there. We're gonna get it started. I'm gonna do it with a Don Tom. I'm just gonna call you Tom because you said call you Tom, so I'm gonna call you Tom or Tom San, whatever. But that's what I'm gonna call you. So what's good, man? I'm gonna start with Black Clover because I love The Promised Neverland. It's my favorite series. Then My Hero Academia, and then Haikyuu, and then all the stuff after that. So I'm gonna start with Black Clover because it's my least favorite series, but I like it. I like it enough. It's cool. It's cool. So we're gonna start with that. All right. So let's go. This is chapter 134. The title's A Dream. They really are late. The Royal Knights have been formed, and they're ready to challenge the White Knight Eyes to a decisive battle. But what is the scene? You have a cowardly face as usual. Don't say that. Let's go drink together, big sis. Okay, so what's going on here? All right. Hey, liar, you're late. Oh, it's like a whole family. My goodness. Okay. Is waking up that big of a hassle these days? You're the worst. Shut up. Ah, Patuli. Oh, okay, so an elf. So elves. I mean, the ears kind of give it away. Are you still sitting right next to Lick? And also, the fact they're eating a lot of fruit and stuff. Like this looks like a very elven dinner or lunch or whatever it is that they're having. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. I don't know, maybe they're pescatarians or something like that. I don't know. Or they just eat fruit and vegetables. Are you sitting right next to Licht? After tomorrow's ceremony, you'll actually belong to someone. So cut it out and split up. Shut up. I'll do it at my own pace. What'd you say? That's quite all right. Even though I'm getting married to him, Licht belongs to everyone. Don't say nice stuff like that. You're becoming a pain, princess. Well, eventually you won't have much time to spare. How's it feel, Licht? In a matter of months, you're going to be a father. I feel blessed, even by the manna. I'm so happy that we'll be able to have a child in accordance with everyone's wishes. Ugh. Even that, just that you know what I mean? Like having children for other people, that's weird. You want if you're gonna have children, you want to be able to have children that has to come from you. You know what I mean? It's cool when you're in a relationship and you want to have children. It's definitely a joint effort and both of you on the same page. But you definitely need to be self-sustaining in that desire to have children. Otherwise, shit goes south real quick. Okay, this child is our future. The bridge between a human and an elf. I forgot what it was. I think it was story time. Y'all, shout out to story time. He talked about the fact that is probably might be part of. I think I feel like he was saying that about and that makes a lot of sense. It makes some sense. The bridge between a human and an elf. Okay. And this guy's crying. What was that faint dream? The awakening is near. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You're a black bull? Yeah, I mean, this is what some of us have been talking about. We were we were talking about on the black bulls, and there was like one person that we weren't aware of, I think, or something like that. And I guess it's this guy. This guy's badass. I love his character. It's cool. He's not Zerda, he's not Zerx. Like, that's funny. He's like, that's right. I sure fooled you, dumbass. How naive. Why'd you lie? What? Wait, are you my superior? Oh no. Why'd you lie? Didn't I tell you to deceive the enemy? You must become an ally. Wait, who's the enemy? Wait, are you my superior? Yep. Start bowing down. No way. In the past, Mr. Yami found me and I joined in secret. Ooh, what's that about? That's not fair. Noel joined in secret. Facts. Well, here, have a reunion with my rainbow beetle. Oh no. Asa's like, what the hell is this? Like, this funny. This funny. It waves a smell. If you get used to it, it's kind of all right. Hey, what's with you, kid? You're not even worth it. Do it to me too. You look like a broken toy. Stare. That guy, he still hasn't gone up against Yuno. What are you shits doing? Chit-chatting over here? Oh, over there? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, she's badass. I love this character. She's cool. You'll be given robes made, specially made for the Royal Knights that are resistant to magic attacks. Get in line to receive them and then hurry up and change. Did you say special robes? I'll look awesome, but what about my black bull robe? Oh, well, if they work well, I really don't mind. Yeah, what's going on with Asta? He's like in like this weird I don't know, maybe it's like some weird like funk or something. Because he didn't get to fight Yuno. Oh, Asta, which with the spaced out face. Lil, even you stare. Oh no, even though I'm a captain and I got to the finals, I lost. I'm spicing out. Yeah, they're still like thinking about like the battles and everything like that they had to go through. Captain Lil, get yourself together. Come on, that's enough. You look cool. Boing boing. Asta, what are you staring at? If you don't think you can handle it, you should go home. It looks like the one who will be the magic emperor is me after all. Whoa, look at them robes. Some like, I mean, like Black Clover already has like pretty intense, like sort of, I want to say like Tudor era, like Renaissance, like sort of like Catholic Church like wear and stuff like that. He looks like he looks like he'd be like now looks like he'd be next in line to be like the Pope or some shit like that. Or an Archbishop or some shit. So let's see. The one who will be the Magic Emperor is me after all. What are you going on about so confidently? Asta's like, and then he smiles. No way, it's gonna be me. I love these panels. These panels are fire. Like the panel with Yuno and his super popish Archbishop like cardinal gear, and then Asta's just like, man, fuck out of here. Hurry up and let me wear a royal knight robe too. Wait a sec. Don't get all riled up just because of what this guy said. Stare. Not a chance. All right, everyone's gotten changed. Cool. Yeah, this is like something like you ever seen whenever like there's like some massive like Vatican City sort of like Pope whatchamacallit? I can't remember what it is. But like basically like the sort of coronation of like the new pope or something like that, and like you'll see all the cardinals in like red like gathered and everything, or even before that when they're sort of deciding on who the next pope will be, and like all of the cardinals Catholic cardinals come together, and it's just like this is a similar thing. Like you see all of them, and it's like whoa, it's pretty cool. And look at Asta's like his is short. It's really interesting. You guys are royal knights. Very cool. Only mine is short. We didn't have enough materials. And this also reminds me, like whenever you see like a panel, like Weekly Shonen Jump always has like that panel in a Battle Shonen manga where, they'll have like the group like an Akatsuki or like the group from like Kimetsu no Yaiba. I can't remember the name right now. And it's just like, whoa, like this is like, like the badass like splash panel. Very similar thing work going on here. Serentium and Cobb Port. Yes. Because their magic is useful, these two will also be participating. And one last person, this man, Nozel Silva, is wait, I'm confused. I thought I guess Nozel, yeah, I thought Nozel was a woman, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know why I said this man Nozel Silva. I mean, maybe it's a guy, and like I just didn't know, and like I don't know, or maybe it's just a brother. And they look similar. I guess that's what it is. I don't know. How'd you get involved, Nozel? I don't really want to tell you. I was entrusted by the king. The captain of the Silver Eagles. This is promising. Oh, Big Brother Nozel. Okay, so it is a dude. Okay. Mr. Nozel, what is he doing making such an ordinary entrance? He didn't even take the exam. How sneaky. Moreover, why did you take the exam when you are a captain? When you are a captain. Yep, facts. What? Indeed, the royal captain's strength is absolutely needed. Oh, it's a king. For you see, they're royal. This guy is such a tool, man. Like actually, right? Like it's like he's like douchey and like a piece of garbage for the most part, but like he's like actually a tool. Like he's very much like a puppet king. Like nobody really takes him. These people that like are intelligent don't take him seriously. Troll ass face. You fools! You're dragging the names of the royal knights through mud. Think of nothing but victory. Do anything but that, and I'll kill you all. And I'll kill all you fucking shitheads before we even head to the enemy fortress. The White Knight Eyes hideout is in the middle of the powerful magic zone, the Gravity Stone Belt floating dungeon. Whoa. The magic fortress that drifts in the sky. So we enter like basically another arc. It's gonna be interesting. Already I'm like, it's not like a super hype chapter. That's the end of the chapter, but like general's like thoughts like quickly, like it was pretty good. Like I like the fact that like we got the splash panel, we got like some new robes that like protect them against not all magic, but like obviously, but like probably like certain levels of magic, magical attacks and stuff like that, and spells and whatever. But it was cool. It was a pretty straightforward chapter. The beginning was particularly good. Talking about like this thing called the Awakening, and like a child that is half elf, half human, and what that means for the story going forward. That's interesting. That's like a good beginning because it gets you hyped for like other stuff. I will say that like maybe that could have been like put at the end. It was kind of weird. It seemed kind of like it seemed like it was kind of placed oddly. Like the chapter could have started with all the Magic Knight stuff, with the Royal Knight stuff, and then like talked about where they were going to go, and then shifted to what was talked about at the beginning of the chapter with all the elven stuff. Like that, I thought that might have been better. Like it might have been better in terms of like the chapter construction. But generally, I thought it was a good chapter. It wasn't like a hype chapter or anything like that. It didn't get me going like, or anything like that. But there were a few funny parts. Like Asa's always hilarious. That was pretty funny. Like the fact that his robes are like shorter than everyone else's, that was like a kind of dig. But it might also just be because like he has the ability to negate magic, so he doesn't necessarily need these like massive robes. But also the fact that like his abilities are very much so geared and set in like mobility, and like his ability to move around and be like his body to be free flowing and stuff like that. Like because like in a martial arts sense, so it makes sense that like his robes wouldn't be like massive and everything like that, because most of these people like depend on like spells, and the spells kind of do their mobility for them and everything like that. Like even hasn't really done like a lot of like he hasn't really shown like any super like martial art skills in a way that Asta has. So for me, like it makes sense that like the robes are particularly short for Asta. Like it's a joke, and it's a funny joke, but it's also like it makes sense. He doesn't really need them in the same like capacity. Okay, so that's basically what I thought about the chapter. And so we're gonna move on to Boku no Hero Academia, because people have been saying that shit is hype. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna look in the comments real quick. Let's see. React to DuckTales YTP. I have no idea what that is. I'm not sure. Is that like, I mean, I knew they were making like a remake of DuckTales. I mean, I guess that's what it is, but the Duck Person 3.0, I'm not sure what you're talking about, but an explanation would be cool. Like, feel free. Unless like you're trolling, then like whatever you're trolling, that's funny. Do it with Tom. Black Clover chapter for me was an 8 out of 10. And it's in the beginning stages for building up. But yeah, it's like building up. Hell yeah, the robes are a nod to all the greats. Yep. Nozelle's a man. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess like I'm pretty sure there's like I'm pretty sure there's like a sister with like a similar sort of like hairdo and stuff like that has a crush on Yami. But maybe it's Nozella has a crush on Yami. If that's the case, that's cool. Like I get that. It should pick up pretty quick after a few chapters. I'm betting on it. I feel you, bro. But the question is, how many know about the elf's existence? Yeah, exactly. Like we don't know. I don't think a lot of people do, but I think a lot of people have been like assuming. Yo, what's going on, Black Midoriya? Chilling. Besides the guy from the White Demon. I don't know. I mean, like I think it's interesting. Like I think what I'm gonna do is probably at some point reread Black Clover and do like a discussion video where have everybody come through and we just talk about Black Clover. But I'm really looking forward to Boku no Hero and The Promised Neverland because I love the series. Like I love both of them. They're super cool. So let's get into it. Let's see. All right, so Boku no Hero. All right, let's get it started. All right, so the title, I don't know the title of the chapter yet, but Highway. Okay, so the title of the chapter is Highway, chapter 160. So let's get into it. This highway is definitely the fastest way to get from the 8 precepts base to the nearest villain hospital. Villain hospital, yeah, that's funny. So it's very like a nod to like criminal organizations that like go to like underground doctors and shit like that. Whenever like they get shot or something like that. Even gangs like also have like individuals like that. The League moves. Thanks for contacting. You're such a pro at this, Toga. This old man is no match. Jin's actually the one who told me to contact you. I was too busy obsessing over Izuku. Yo, run away, fight, run away. Okay. I should really be apologizing for asking you to give us a hand. As long as you only need me. Kill. No, stop. I'm me. Oh yeah, that's twice. I'm pretty sure that's twice. Like he's just not in his like gear, and so he's kind of like having one of his psychological and mental like breakdowns because he doesn't have his mask on and stuff. I was observing the police and their actions for a while, so I think the probability is high. Let's see what's going on. Next page. Come on, let's go. I'll be freezing up on me now. All right. We weren't able to get a hold of the core child. As long as we have the finished product and the blood serum, but I believe the finished product is over where you are. But even if it's not, I'm sure you'll give them a warm welcome anyway, won't you? Uh-oh. Whoa. That's what is going on. Come on. Let's go. Come on, website. Let's go. We got time. For this. Like if I could take a drink. And complain about the fact that the chapters about the loading time is loading too slowly. Come on, let's go. What's going on? I gotta refresh. Okay. Oh shit, Shigaraki Tamura from the League of Villains. Hey. This is weird. The art like here is kind of funky for Shigaraki. Like it's not at the level that like it usually is for Horikoshi's art. It's a little odd. Like I don't know. Maybe it was Horikoshi, maybe it was the assistants, maybe something happened, but Shigaraki's looking a little looking a little what's the word? A little dusty, Let's see. Okay. Hey Lizard, you're swerving all over. I get carsick easily. Don't call me Lizard. My name's Spinner. Yeah, even that is a weird name. It's such a cornball name, like Spinner. Like really, you know what I mean? Like if you ever watched Degrassi, like there was a character named Spinner or whatever, and he was kind of corny. He was kind of a corny white boy, but and you got a problem with my awesome driving skills I learned from gaming. That the hell are you getting mad for? Such a pain. It's like, dude, like, yo, let her drive, get a license. What does attacking the police have to do with creating a true hero society? Are you really following Stain's will? I'm just not sure about this. It's a necessary sacrifice, Spinner. Take care of the driving. It's like, dude, like, It's like yeah, like you want like to be able to make sure that like the person that you're going about like things in the way that the person you would admire is would go about things, but also like you gotta kind of be your own person, man. You know, like first of all, change that name, like change the name from from Spinner to something cooler, man. Because already and like get a license. You know what I mean? Like already you're kind of corny. Like stop it. It's a necessary sacrifice, Spinner. Take care of the driving. Okay, now then. Okay, here we go. It says here they come. Oh snap! Okay, give me one sec. Site's loading a little weirdly. Okay, so he's doing his thing. Damn. Oh my goodness! Look at all that fire. They ain't playing no games. Ain't playing no games. Who's that? Is that like sand? Oh yeah, sand. Um, nice. League of Villains, a group of devils who wish harm upon society. Sand hero, snatch. Cool. Nice. It's like the perfect counter to this guy's abilities. A hero, of course you'd be here. What a bother. Hold on, I'm gonna switch to all pages and not one page because it's getting kind of annoying. Come on, let's go. A hero, of course you'd be here. What a bother. Spinner, decelerate. Oh, snap. Ooh, he's decelerating and closing. Just what I want. So he just sanded up like the truck. Shigaraki jumped off the truck. He tried to touch him, but he got smacked in the face by the sand. My natural opposite, eh? Yeah. Your quirk disintegrates anything touched by all 5 of your fingers. But you can't grab a hold of a cloud of sand. Ah, he's pretty famous. Shigaraki's trying to distract them. A hop, skip, and up the patrol car goes. What the? No trickery or illusions here, folks. Okay, so so someone threw like this little thing, and I guess it's like a little bomb, and he threw like a little rock, and then like the size changed. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. No tricks or illusions here, folks. Nice, like a little magician. That was neat. And Shigaraki's moving around. He touched the window, disintegrated. This guy's driving. Oh my god, everything. This is wild. Everyone's crashing. Oh my goodness. Grand Theft Auto. Yo, I don't know why that was so funny. This cornball dude like screaming Grand Theft Auto. Like that's like such a like that's like such a like 16-year-old thing to do. I don't know why it's so funny. Everyone's on the in the road. This is wild. Heroes always rush to save the lives of others first. Recently, there's been a string of burnt corpse cases in various areas. Oh, am I making the news? Nice, I'm thrilled. Have you never stopped to think about how their families feel? Yo, this is wild. I'm gonna keep reading, but we're gonna talk about this chapter. Because this is wild. There's so many like little things that I really like about this chapter already. Okay, so this guy got angry, then dude, black fire dude, or dark fire dude, like put up a blaze of fire. Damn you. Then it's got through another rock or a pebble or whatever it is. Ooh, hot. But sand doesn't burn, does it? From what I saw, only his top half was able to transform into sand. So I think he'll die. Wow, he just like destroyed this guy. My goodness. Wild, man. Wait, what happened? Did he like change the sand hero into like this little ball or something? I'm not sure, like, cause I couldn't really follow like the panels, like, cause like this hand came out, then he like used his ability, then I think the guy like turned into a little ball. So I guess he has him trapped in there or something, right? Maybe he'll die in the ball or something like that. I don't know. He shrunk him or whatever. Okay, and he's like slowly dying. Man. Okay, so there's all these crashes and stuff. So you thought you were going to be the next overlord, huh? Yo, Chisaki is on the thing. Oh my goodness. Do you come to here to kill me? Nope. I actually thought up something you'd hate even more. I hate you. I hate you because you're arrogant. Okay, so here's another. The magician's back again. Me too. Whoa, this guy has like sort of like Full Metal Alchemist arm. On some Elbert Elric type shit. Me too. So I got a hold of this, but there's 2 boxes. Which one has the finished product? Ah, well, guess it doesn't really matter. Give it back. You know, Overhaul, if you're gonna go the route of erasing others' quirks, then don't you think you shouldn't be relying on quirks yourself? Yeah, damn fucking right. You know, like I've been saying this. People have been saying this. They're like, yo, this was a hypocrite. Like he's like one of these dudes, like these dictators out here, you know, or anybody like any like particularly like political entity or personality who like will say like all this like, you know, not well-meaning like type shit. It's kind of like I'm trying to remember the individual that was like this, who kind of like Stalin, who like was talking about like, you know, what is it called? Sort of like an Orwellian like kind of like way of seeing things, like where like they believe that they can have their cake and eat it too. Like they can like, you know, keep like maintain like a sort of semblance of communism, but also like, you know, run like a dictatorship. It's like shit like that. It's like crazy shit like that. You know what I mean? Like they'll say one thing and then do another thing, and it's like no. These two do not go together. Like no, Shisaki. You know what I mean? Like, so we're gonna talk about that a little bit later too. Yeah. So already this chapter's hype. Oh snap! So Chisaki is being touched. Like his arms are being disintegrated. If you don't cut yourself loose, you'll be reduced to dust. All done. Now you're the powerless and helpless quirkless man. You devote, yo, what a panel, yo. You devoted your entire life to creating it, and now it's all mine. Yeah. You can't even lift a finger because you don't have any anymore. All you can do is look on in envy for the rest of your life. Good luck with that. They're gonna send reinforcements soon. Hurry and get on. Pillaged and plundered. Yo, look at the next ones will be us. Yeah. Oh. Yo. Oh man, that's bruh. I can't stop laughing because this chapter was so good. Oh shit. Yo. That's like the shit we've been talking about. You know what I mean? Like we've been talking about all these little things, like you know, this Chisaki, his ideology, the hypocrisy of it, the like sort of Orwellian sort of double speak like thing that's going on there. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, I hate people with quirks. But like, dude, you have a quirk and you've been using your quirk to do all this shit. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? All this nonsense. Like him talking about, oh, I gotta rid the world of quirks. I'm like, but were you really ever going to eliminate your own quirk? You know, like this is stuff we've been talking about. You know what I mean? Like this is not something that like, you know, have not been the only one that's been talking about this stuff. Like Chisaki was on some like Stalin type shit. Like he was like, you know what I mean? He was on some like, you know, dictator like that loves like that progressive love communism like type shit. You know what I mean? Like real like bullshit. Like real bullshit. This is a fantastic chapter. I like you know, Shigaraki, man. Like Shigaraki. Oh my goodness. I think someone was talking about how like Shigaraki was kind of like, whatever. I feel like maybe it was story time. And this is not to say that he wasn't, because he was like Shigaraki was kind of he's kind of whatever. Like he was kind of, you know, underwhelming in some ways, very immature. Didn't seem to know what he was really doing. He couldn't really come up with plans, stuff like that. And even this plan, right? Like even this plan kind of like went to shit in a lot of ways. But the end result was like, you know, basically kind of like what he wanted, right? Like which was like to just end this motherfucker And look at him. He just looks so different. He's got like this nice jacket on. The pants is lit. Everyone is just, this is a fucking last panel, man. And then like even the art just like took us like a fucking jump. You know, like the beginning where you saw Shigaraki, he was kind of like, it's kind of like the art was not like, you know, A+ Horikoshi, where it usually is. And like these last like 6 panels have just been like, bam, like not even panels, but like the last pages. Sorry, not the panels, but like the last 6 like pages have been like, wow. But you know, I also just want to talk about like, just like, yeah, like I really want to talk about like, this is like what we've been waiting for from Shigaraki, to really like take his his own sort of ideology, right? It's like the very like selfish nature of it, what he sees like a villain to be, you know, all this stuff. And like just going about doing those things. And like, look at this shit, man. He just curb stomped. I don't even think curb stomping is enough to describe what he did at Chisaki. Like, this is something that I think like we've all kind of thought about happening to Chisaki. I'm pretty sure when we all thought like, you know, saw that like he had manufactured like a quirk erasing like a shot or a serum or whatever. Not even serum, but like the injection or whatever. Like, we assumed that like, you know, I think we all had to assume that at some point maybe it would be used on him. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that that's happened. I love it. 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 This chapter was hype. This is a 10 out of 10, whatever you want to give it. Is a phenomenal chapter. You know, I definitely want to have like a discussion video at some point about this chapter because I think there's so many things to talk about. The comedy was really good here. The Grand Theft Auto thing with Spinner was so funny. Like, he's just such a corny character. Like, he's just like, you know what I mean? Like, he's such a like a fanboy in the worst way, because you could be a fanboy and like, and that's cool. Like, I'm a fanboy for a lot of things. You know what I mean? But like, you could be like a corny like fanboy. You could be like somebody who's like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like there are ways to do that, like in a way that's corny. You know what I mean? And like, Spinner is like, he's just such a like you know, kind of he's a corny character, you know what I mean? Like, but it was funny. It's funny. He was very funny. He's like, oh, I learned this while driving. Like, he basically learned how to drive like by playing like Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Like, made me laugh. Like, that was hilarious. Like, it was so funny. The sand dude was cool. That was cool. Like, we saw all these little things. You know what I mean? Like this is a chapter where you really get everything that you want from a battle shonen. You get story development. You get character development. You got a lit battles. You get really, really great character interaction. Like, those last 2 panels, oh my god, those are fucking amazing. Like, I love that shit. That was great. You know, like I want to hear what other people have to say about this chapter. I really do. I'm looking forward to that. Yo, Commodore Labs, what's going on, man? Yeah, I hope so. I'm pretty sure he's just like in like a capsule, and he might be like slowly dying or something like that. Because like, I don't know how this magician like quirk guy's like abilities work necessarily. It seems like he can do a whole bunch of different things, right? Like, he can sort of like, I mean, I think what he does is he's able to like create like a sort of pocket space, right? Where right, because with the rock, like before, it wasn't like like the little pebble wasn't in a pebble shape. It was just like a similar circular shape. So I think what he does is that he's kind of similar to remember the dude from Hunter x Hunter, Owl, the guy who could like use his cowl sort of cape like thing to like change the size of things and like make them very small. I think that's what this magician guy can do, at least that's either that's his particular quirk, or that's one of his sort of like magician-y type like things that he can do because of his quirk. But I think what he can do is create like a sort of pocket space. You know what I mean? Where he can like change, like, you know, he can like put things of any size, or maybe there's a limit to the size of things that he can put in there into that pocket space, and put them out and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I think like it's really interesting. So I think that's probably what he can do. But it's which is cool. Like, that shit is great. Like, because it's such a like joke kind of ability sometimes, but the way that he did it was like in a way that was really interesting. You know, like so I think that guy's just he's dying like in this like little pocket space alone. That's why it's so interesting. That's why it's so like fucking like, yo, that shit is dark. You know what I mean? Like, it seems kind of like, you know, they just beat the guy. But like, you know, I can't remember the dude, Kubo or something like that, some shit like that. Something that starts over the K or Jin, maybe I think is his name or something like that. But basically, like that shit was wild. Like, I mean, they just like took that same guy out. They took Snatch out. You know what I mean? Bruh. And he took out one of his arms. Like everything was so good. Like we also got to talk about that. Like the fact that Shigaraki just like said, you know what? I'm gonna do like some crazy shit. I'm gonna take away one of your arms. And normally you'd be able to repair that because you have this ability, blah, blah, blah. But now you don't have your ability. Now you have no arm. Now you were just a quirkless motherfucker. Like, really, 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 really phenomenal chapter. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Phenomenal chapter, man. That's it. You know what I mean? Like he's just dying in that ball. Like, yo, that's some Hunter x Hunter type shit. That's like some like next level, like that's not too shonen. Like that level of sort of like torture almost. It's crazy. Oh, both his arms, okay. You know what I mean? But like, bruh, like Shigaraki, this is the coming out party of Shigaraki. You know what I mean? Like even like the aesthetic of him is different. Right? Like normally you see him in just like some kitty kind of gear. He's in like a shirt, like a long sleeve shirt with some pants, and he's just like walking around. But he looked real cool. He looked like he went to a tailor, got his suit, you know, set up and everything. Like, yo, this is a phenomenal chapter. All right, yo, I could talk about this chapter for forever. I think what I want to do is, yeah, I don't know. I hope we do. I hope we do get you know, hit back from the Yakuza boss. That'd be interesting. Either he's I don't feel like Shigaraki necessarily killed him. He might have just like, you know, made him like an invalid or something in some ways, and just like, you know, put him in like a you know, a home or something like that. I don't know what's going on with him. But what I'm gonna do is move on to the Promised Neverland. That way we can take like what I want to do is we're gonna move to the Promised Neverland. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Promised Neverland. And then what I'm gonna do is sort of just open up the stream to all y'all, so all y'all can come in. Like I'm gonna link the Hangout stream, and then we'll just have a discussion about like you know whatever. We could have a discussion about the Promised Neverland and My Hero Academia and Black Clover, even if you want. You know what I mean? We could just do that. So once we're done, you know, with everything, you know what I mean. But yo, for real though, for real, Tom, like he came in like he came in looking like he was like he just read Stardust Crusaders, and he was like, yo, Jotaro was looking real fresh. Like I gotta get on that. You know what I mean? Like everything, like that aesthetic was so like JoJo in a way. It's just really funny. It's just really funny, but super cool. Like, cause he looked nice. Like I was like, yo, all right, man. Everybody just looked cool. It was a great panel. It was a wonderful panel. All right, so I'm gonna move on to the Promised Neverland. And like I said, after I read the Promised Neverland, and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, you know, because that's what I've been doing. Then I'm just gonna open up the stream to all y'all. We're just gonna we're just gonna talk about all this stuff. All right. All right. So I gotta move on to the Promised Neverland. Let's see what's going on here. And you know, y'all know this is my favorite series in Jump. I love it to death. It's phenomenal. The first volume is coming out December 5th, I believe. So once I get that paycheck, for me on Thursday, get that paycheck, and I'm gonna pre-order that volume. That's just that one volume. You know what I mean? Because like the other ones are gonna come out later. I don't really need to pre-order right now, but yeah, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. I'm a you know, when the next stream or video or whatever that I do when that comes in December, I'm gonna show y'all the volume. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be hype. All right, whatever. The Promised Neverland, chapter 64. Let's do it. So this color page is beautiful, as always. There are a couple of things here. Gracefield House, 2046. I'm pretty sure that's like probably like a number or something that's of importance. I can't remember right now. But all volumes are getting a second printing, 1 through 6 in stores now. Get them while they're hot. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. Hype, like hype. Like we need the hype for the Promised Neverland to just like explode. You know what I mean? Because this manga is incredible. I love this manga so much. So all right, let's move on to just like reading, because I could talk about that for days. For the sake of the family I have left, I'll overcome any hardships. Yeah. And what is that, like a mistletoe, I guess? Yeah. Like holidays. Oh man, Emma, look. That's just a sadness, but also just a great drawing. You know. Let's see. All right, let's move on. Chapter 64 is titled "What If I Were." All right, so it's gonna change it to all pages, so I can just read through. All right, you're gonna save me, yo. I remember that was so funny, and we could, and we could talk about past chapters and stuff like that. We can just talk about the series, the all the series in general, right? So, all right, let's get back to the chapter. You're gonna save me? Yep. The hell is on? The hell is she on about? Is probably what he's thinking. Is this a scheme or is it? This is strange. The more I think about it, the more I realize there's really no need to be enemies. Yo, I mean, the art is like, it's just really great. It's just really great art. I can't say this enough. We're all escapees here. I really think that we can reach an understanding and help each other out, and that it would be much more beneficial to both parties. So let's do it. Now spill your guts and let's talk. No, you idiot. Emma, that's crazy. This guy wants to kill us. Annoying bitch. Oh my god, this guy's a piece of shit, man. I understand, like, like I get like clearly he's got like PTSD. Has some intense PTSD. But it's like that's not an excuse to like treat people like shit, you know what I mean? You want to save me? Who do you think you are, you little brat? What the hell did you think? Just quit fucking around, you shitty long-haired bitch. You see, like, this is intense. Like, maybe this guy would be someone to swear, but I think, like, one, because I'm reading manga stream, like, manga stream always adds, like, all these, like, excessive, like, swear words and stuff like that. So it like, normally it would be, like, whatever. Like, I mean, I say fuck all the time. I say shit all the time. But, like, this is, like, it's excessive. I hate you, all of you. I'm not telling you guys shit. Now back off. No. Yo, the art is so funny. The faces, everyone, it's like, it's really accurate too. Like in some ways, sometimes like this is something with like Hunter x Hunter, like the art would be kind of weird. Like if someone's angry, sometimes like the art doesn't convey it in a certain way. Like Takashi and like the anime, like Madhouse, they'll convey like sadness really well, but like anger, sometimes they'll be really good about it, like with like Gon, like particularly in the Chimera Ant arc. But prior to that, it's like not as intense in terms of the art, in terms of the like execution of like showing anger. Okay, but this is funny, and like this guy's just like, it's really fun. And Ray is just like, well, that's Emma, It was just like, well, this is what you're getting into, dude. It's really funny. I don't care if we're hated or killed. I can't ignore this. Let's just stop all this. Hiding it is useless, and nothing will be solved if you just keep running from it. What? It was painful, wasn't it? Huh? You had a good family, didn't you? Made of you and all of your comrades, and you loved them all, didn't you, mister? Yeah, I remember last chapter when we saw the little vest, and I was like, oh man, this guy's still wearing the little dude's vest, man. It's just sad. It's just, it hits you right here, man. But then you lost them and became sad, frustrated, and hateful. You suffered so much, all alone on your own, for many, many years. Every day felt like you were being torn apart by those feelings, didn't it? Man, the hell do you think you know about me? You're just I don't know. All I can do is guess. You're an older man who's lost every single one of his comrades. I can't just say that I understand your pain without really understanding. But the reality is, I actually can say it. I do understand. We're exactly alike, aren't we? The current me and the old you, our family and your comrades. Wow. Really, wow, really great parallel. And I'm always praising Pasuka for the art. Like he just be coming through every chapter. Come on, man. You gotta give me, this just really great. Just really great, a really great parallel. And that's why you feel pain whenever you see us, isn't it? It was so agonizingly painful that you even felt the need to pull a gun on us. Isn't that right? But what you wanted to disappear from your life wasn't actually us. It was your old self, wasn't it? Mister, if you kill us, it might serve as a temporary distraction, sure, but then nothing will change in the end. You'll still suffer, and that's not good. So let's change that. Change what? And how? There's nothing you can do about anything. No matter how much you regret it all, you can't take back the past. My dead comrades ain't coming back. As long as you guys disappear from my sight, I don't care if it's just a temporary distraction. Your face, it just makes me want to puke. Yeah, that's right. You're exactly what the old me was like. You can overcome any obstacles as long as you've got friends. You're the same as me. You can't save them. You can't change this hellish reality. You're gonna save me? That's a good one. What the hell do you really think you can do? I can live on with you. Ha! Let's live on together, mister. Yo, the art, man. I really can't say enough. Pasuka draws Emma like just in a way that like Togashi has never drawn Gon or Killua or and I'm talking about like in terms of like the manga. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen it. It's just really beautiful art. The shading, the shifts in like tone and like emotions and stuff like that. Though, and I love the panel like stuff. Really, really good. I'm gonna keep on reading because I'm gonna talk about this shit after I'm reading. I'm going to return to Gracefield within the next 2 years. We're gonna save the rest of our family that we left behind, the ones that were 4 years and younger, and we'll lead them and all those bred for food over to the human world. Come with us, mister, to the human world. Let's go see the world that our friend wanted to see. Great, great art. Can't say it enough. Gonna talk about it later. What? The world that our friend wanted to see? Ray and I lost someone too, an irreplaceable person. He was our best friend in the whole world, and we were always together. Oh, the feels. Ah! Oh, don't talk about Norman, please. I bet he wanted to be here more than any of us combined, but now he can't, and it's all because of me. He entrusted everything to me, saying, I leave the rest to you. That's why I keep pushing forward no matter how hard it gets, so that I can live for his sake too. I'll go see the sights that Norman wanted to see and live in the world that Norman wanted to live in. So push forward with us, mister. Live your comrade's share of life too. The past can't be changed, and the dead can't be brought back to life. But even so, you can still live to carry on your comrades' dreams. Their dreams? Even if you're alone, I can't stop you. Your comrades don't wish for that, and neither do you. At least one of us has to live now. Run, hurry. Nicholas, no. Live on. This isn't right. John, now. No, stop. Dinah, everyone, go. Lucas, I'm the only one who survived. It was because the others saved me. They're the reason I was able to get away from that place. I was saved by by others. I survived. Only me. For what reason? Oh, what the hell's going on with this fucking website, man? I swear to God. I ain't got no damn time for it to, just get good. Come on, website. Let's go. Ah, for what reason? Okay, now I gotta actually go to Manga. Maybe I've been using a different website. Annoying. That pisses me off when other sites don't like put on the pages properly. It's so stupid. I gotta find the page. Just give me a sec, everyone. For what reason? To live on together? Fuck that shit. Everyone from Gracefield? That's just impossible. Distract yourself. Delete it all. Toss it away. You made your decision, didn't you? You're going to kill this one. You're going to kill Antenna Hair Kid at Goldie Pond. Look. Turn back now. Huh? Don't go there. It's bad. That place is. Oh, don't head towards Goldie Pond. I mean, like, look at the name. Goldie Pond sounds like, oh, Goldie Pond, but it's like no, like it's like it's like a hellhole. You know what I mean? It's like it's gonna be like some crazy shit going on there. Don't go there. It's bad. That place is. Anyway, turn back now. By morning, those guys will have. Emma, get down. Oh, snap. Poachers, probably. Whoa. Someone just wrangled her up. I heard Ray's voice and saw his face, but after that, I don't remember anything. And when I opened my eyes, where am I? Oh, Lord. An unfamiliar town, a new turn of events during the search for Minerva arc. Again, Promise Neverland never fails. They never fail me, man. They never fail me. Never fail me. Another phenomenal chapter. We can talk about a lot of things. We can talk about a few things in terms of this chapter. What I'm going to do is open up the conversation because this is the last chapter. I have a lot of thoughts about it, but I really want to open up the stream to conversations. If anyone wants to, if anyone wants to join, if they can, please do. But this is a phenomenal chapter. This last panel, bruh. I mean, I've been talking about the themes of like the aesthetic of the Promised Neverland, the very Alice in Wonderland as sort of like aesthetic that exists in the art, in the ways like in which like they depict Emma in particular situations, the children, this idea of a journey, like all the like the danger that's hidden. You know what I mean? That's not like seen like you know what I mean? All this stuff. And this is like particularly like, look at this place. Look at this place. It's creepy. It's creepy as hell. I don't care who you are. To me, at least to me, this last panel is creepy as fuck. So I'm gonna put the Hangout stream link down below. And give me one second, I'm just gonna copy it. And then I'm gonna put my headphones in real quick so I can hear all y'all when we talk. All right, it's gonna be lit. That's what I'm gonna try to do this more often. Like what I want to do is like have live reactions where sorry about that. I want to have live reactions where we just really talk about the chapters after I read them and stuff like that. It's gonna be cool. All right, so I just put the Hangout stream in. All y'all can join. It's about to be lit. All right. Because I really want to talk about this last this chapter really, because this shit was hype as hell. Yeah, they always have phenomenal cover pages. Black Minority, like they're really good. Everyone keeps forgetting Mr. Compress's quirk. Yeah. I mean, like I did I figured like he was like shown before, but like he just wasn't like super integral like earlier on or whatever. But this shit was hype. So I'm gonna look into that, but like very cool. Balloons remind me of clowns, and clowns are creepy as fuck. Yo, for real talk. Like balloons, anything that seems like a carnival or a amusement park or some shit like that, and like and you seem to be alone there. That's creepy as hell. Ain't nobody trying to be alone in an amusement park. Nobody's trying to be alone at a carnival. Like, no, that's creepy as fuck. Come on. Okay. All right. So like I said, like guys, if you want to join, please do. I have no problem with anybody joining, but if you don't, then I'm just gonna like start talking about the Promised Neverland quickly. Okay. But basically, I guess like if I want to talk about this last chapter, the thing that I really liked about it, the art, like that's the first thing I have to talk about because some manga like might be a little bit inconsistent in terms of art and things of that nature, but like the Promised Neverland is like incredibly consistent when it comes to the art, when it comes to like showing like character facial expressions, the aesthetics of like the scenery, the settings that they're in, all of that like shit. Like the panel placement is always really like on point. Like I adore Bazooka as a manga artist. I mean, just generally as an artist, I think like I really want to buy Bazooka's sort of like art book at some point. Probably at some point in December or something like that. But like just really great stuff. Like, and you can always check out Bazooka's Twitter. he's always putting up like you know, like little single like art pieces that he's worked on and stuff like that, and color and everything. So definitely check out Pasuka on Twitter. But to get to the chapter, the chapter was hype. The chapter was hype. Yeah. Well, I mean, because like you can have a mangaka that does the story and the art, right? Like Horikoshi does like story and art, I believe, right? So you can have something like that, right? Or Tagashi, like they're mangaka, but like they do both. You know what I mean? So like for this manga, like Shirai does the story and Pasuka does the art. So there's kind of like a mangaka duo, I guess, if you want to call it that. But you know, but you know, feel free to like correct me if I'm wrong. But that's pretty much how I know like of it to be conceived, right? Like yeah. You know what I mean? But like yeah, yo, Kai, Emma's phenomenal. That's also what I want to talk about. So all right, so the art has been phenomenal. We understand that. You know, like the last panel was fantastic. Emma's different facial expressions were phenomenal in this chapter. Everything really came through. The way that she was feeling, the you know, her like just like the eyes, everything was drawn like beautifully. Just really, really well done. The shift in tone. When she was angry, you could like see her teeth. Like she was like, ah! You know what I mean? Like when she was just like very like sort of serene and calm and wanted to get through to this guy, like she was like, okay, like anger is not the way to do it. You know what I mean? Like everything was very, very well done. You know, Ray's little like, you know, like sort of almost James Harden sort of look, James Harden meme sort of GIF sort of look. Really, really funny. Really well done. Really well done with the art. But in terms of and the panel placement, but like in terms of just like a story, like really good, right? Because there's some yeah, she expresses it different. Like she expresses it differently. This is the thing, right? It's like, you know, like if you heard like, right, like if Naruto was saying this shit, he'd be like, oh, you know, I just want my friend. Like it's like Naruto comes off as very childish sometimes, right? Like even like right, he's a child, but like in a right, like so not that like just because you're a child doesn't mean like you are necessarily childish all the time, right? It's like yeah, like certain things, like certain like you know, ways in which he would try to talk to Sasuke and try to talk him out of, you know, leaving the village and stuff like that. It was just very childish. Like it was very selfish, right? Like not even childish, but just like well, yeah, childish in a selfish way. And like Emma is like, this is not about for Emma, it's not about being selfish. It's about like right, a way of seeing how everything is sort of connected and seeing better scenarios and better paths to take towards particular goals, right? So Emma's like, there are multiple reasons why she wants to right, save this guy, right? Why I call him Teacup Guy, so I'm just gonna be calling him Teacup Guy, but like there are multiple reasons for why she wants to save Teacup Guy. It's like it's not just that like, you know, he'd be a great ally, but because like she understands the pain. You know what I mean? She gets that, and she's very good about you know, eloquently like stating that and conveying that to this guy. That's why there was a point where he was like, oh man, like he had to think about what she was saying because she was laying down facts. You know what I mean? Naruto is not the type of guy that's like necessarily lays down facts in a certain way. Like at least when he was like Emma's age, right? Like it's not the same thing. You know, Emma's like, yo, like he comes at this, you know, but from both like a sort of very straightforward logical standpoint, but also from the standpoint of an individual that can empathize, right? Like and Naruto, right? And Naruto early on, he couldn't really empathize in a certain way, right? Like outside of like being like alone, he couldn't empathize, like right. And Sasuke rightly calls him out on it. It's like, yo, like you don't know what it means to have like the types of bonds that I had. He like Sasuke's constantly trying to tell him like, yo, like Naruto, like you got to understand, you know. And like Naruto was not really trying to understand, partly because I don't think he could, you know what I mean? Like I think like there was just so much you know that Naruto wanted from Sasuke, like very selfishly, I think, in a lot of ways, you know what I mean? So I could do a whole video on that, but I mean Uber Hikari did like a pretty a good video like years ago on that. But like Emma's just very good about that, you know? No, hell no. Emma's not fucking Sakura. Get out of here. I don't blame Sakura for being a underutilized character. That's on Kishimoto. This like I think people give Kishimoto too many breaks. Like he wrote Sakura to be pretty cool like in the first half, and then just shitted on her. That's what happened. It wasn't that Sakura like as a character was like Sakura was literally like, why can't I stop crying? Because Kishimoto keeps drawing and writing her as a woman that cries. That's what that is. I think people have to understand that like Sakura is not like a character just like that just exists and does her own thing and everything like that. Like she is a character, right? That means that someone has constructed her in such a way as to be perceived by readers. Right? Like that's what's happening there. Like people are like, oh, Sakura's terrible. She's shit. She's a terrible woman. Blah, blah, blah. It's like you gotta understand, like you gotta have a conversation with Kishimoto about that. You know what I mean? Oh, well, then have a conversation with the editor. You know what I mean? Like I mean, like, because for me, it was like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, okay, so if Kishimoto's not to blame, and then the editor's to blame, then it's like, you know, like these editors, man. Now it's cool, Black Minority. Don't worry about it. Later, man. But real talk, you know what I mean? Like stuff like it's like I know people have had conversations about Sakura, but like that's not on the character like necessarily, you know. Like you can have certain discussions about it, but like at the end of the day, these characters are constructed, you know, and written in particular ways. So like you have to have a conversation with like the editor, Naruto, and be like, yo, what the fuck was going on there, like, you know. So I think like she was completely underutilized and in the second half, and like they just, you know, yeah, they just need, we need way more female characters that just like, you know, are like badass, like a Emma, like in Weekly Shonen Jump particularly, right? Because like there are other, you know, magazines that have phenomenal female protagonists and characters and stuff like that. Let me see. Both Promised Neverland and Attack on Titan have that survival aspect, but what would happen if you had Emma in Attack on Titan? Yeah, I like if it me personally, I would be like, you know what, Emma could be Emma could replace Eren. I do not care about Eren. Yeah, right. Like Madaka box, right? Like yeah, that's something. Okay, like that's an example, right? Like it's not that Weekly Shonen that doesn't have them. It's that they don't have enough of them, right? Like I think that's a big deal for me. Right, and it's not enough to be like, oh, Weekly Shonen, like again, like Weekly Shonen Jump is, you know, geared towards boys and young men, so you know, women can't exist in that space, like that and girls can't exist in that space. That's stupid. Like that doesn't make any sense. It's a sexist way of thinking about things, about Weekly Shonen Jump. So, but like even just like with a chapter, like Emma just like slays every time she's in like the vicinity of like a panel. You know what I mean? Like she just comes in, she comes with it every time. You know, and even like during the conversation, like there was a point where she was just like, you know, she's having these conversations and it's like, you know, sometimes she can be, you know, she listens, right? Like sometimes Naruto's just not listening, like, or it seems like he's not listening. And the character is like Naruto, right? Like, but Emma's just a phenomenal character, right? Like Ray was like, he was just chilling in the background. He was like, I'm gonna let Emma do this thing because I don't know what the fuck's going on. I can't stop her. I know I can't stop her. But at least he has enough sort of trust in Emma to be like, all right, you know what, go do your thing, right? Like have your conversation, everything like that. And it's not really talk no jutsu, right? Like talk no jutsu, right, is like, to me at least, when there's a situation in which like, you know, protagonist has to, you know, alleviate a particular situation. Otherwise, the story, like the plot and like the story go in like, the plot goes in like a particularly bad direction, or in the direction in which they don't want it to go, right? So like they, you know, come up with some cockamamie like reasonings for why the antagonist or whatever of a particular arc like needs to like stop doing what the fuck they're doing, and like it's usually like kind of bullshitty in some ways, but like this is not bullshitty, right? So yeah, like Oda should be able to do that. Oda's a phenomenal, like he's a great writer. He's a great storyteller. He should be able to like, you know, write like characters like who is it? I can't even remember her name. Rebecca, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like put her out of my memory because she was just like, she was kind of a ridiculous character, right? She was a character that had potential, that could be great, but just cried all the time, right? And like dodged things all the time, and never really like was like an aggressive character, right? Like, she was a very passive character. Like, stuff like that is annoying. We don't need more passive female characters. We don't need more of that shit. Like, it's not necessary. And Oda can do better, right? And he was doing, yeah, right before the time Oda was doing, he was doing great. We had Bellamere, right? We had Nami's I call it Nami's mom because, like, yeah, it's an adopted mother, but like that was Nami's mom, right? We had so many characters, right? Alvida, Robin was Robin, Khalifa from CP9, Sudu, I'm thinking of all of them. Even Boa, like, right, Boa Hancock, like, she was great, like, and her sisters, you know what I mean, like, the whole fucking Kuja tribe, you know what I mean, like, there were so many of them, and then Oda just kind of like, ugh. He just dropped the ball. I will say that, like, I do think that Whole Cake Island is one of the arcs, one of the few arcs that has like women who were just like phenomenal, right? They're just like great characters, right? Like, but yeah, Pudding, like, yeah, they really did. They kind of, with Pudding, they kind of messed with that. She could have been great too. Yeah, and yeah, Professor, right, Kai, like, I totally agree with what you're saying, Kai. Like, and like Professor Pokegeek, right? Like, Shonen Jump, as a whole, like, they do that, right? Like, they like, and I've been saying this too, like that particular cog of that industry needs to be revamped, right? Because I'm pretty sure that like there are certain reasons why manga, right, as well as artists, like if they're a duo and stuff like that, right? Like, and writers like aren't allowed to push characters to a place where they could go, right? Like Pudding, like, I think, like, I love the fact like she had like sort of like right, a kind of dissociative sort of like personality kind of thing that was going on there, right? It was like really, really interesting, right? And then like they just kind of made her a joke. They just kept doing the joke over and over, and then Pudding sort of became like jokey, and like that's the sort of thing, right? And like and I remember like Lola was a phenomenal character in the Thriller Bark arc. She was cool. She's one of my favorite characters of that arc. So I mean, we can have this conversation like so I'm blue in the face, but like, people got to get it. Like, some of these people out here, like, they either they see it and they choose to ignore it, or they see it and they're totally on board with it because like they want to like talk about like which character has the best boobs or which character like is the sexiest and stuff like that. And like, I'm not about those conversations. I don't really care. You know what I mean? It's not my thing at all. So I'm here like for all this. My least favorite Naruto arc. Oh my goodness. I really gotta think about that. If I had to think, I mean the war is probably my least favorite, honestly. Like, they're like, and we're talking about like nothing like without fillers and stuff like that, right? Like strictly like manga. That was my least favorite. Actually, there were a lot of really great things about it. It's weird. Like, there's a way almost in which, like, remember the flashback that happened during the war with Hashirama and Madara? That almost seemed like its own arc, right? Like, it was like an arc within an arc. But like, my least favorite is the Fourth Great Ninja War. It's trash. Like, it's not totally trash, but like, it's very close. The only reason I say it's not trash is because the Hashirama Madara stuff was in there, and because Tsunade like did some badass stuff. You know what I mean? But like, it's really bad. There's just a lot of like there's a lot of stuff that needs like to be done with that, like, and like, I mean, and like, I'm really glad that this sort of conversation moved somewhere else, right? Like, it's like, like, because like, these videos don't need to be about what the videos start to be about. But like, yeah, like, I mean, the Fourth Great Ninja War arc was like the worst Naruto arc. And if somebody wants to be like something else was worse, like, I mean, we could have that conversation definitely. But I can't think of any other Naruto arc that was as bad. It could have been great. It could have been phenomenal, but that one was the worst. And for me, I don't count on the Hashirama and Madara backstory, like that sort of like arc within an arc, right? Like that Inception shit that was happening. Like, I don't count it as part of the Fourth Great Ninja War arc. Like, I don't. because it like even that alone was better than the entirety of it. Plus, like, I want other original characters from Naruto Part 1, dead characters of life. Yeah, that would be cool. Like that would be awesome. You know, like I would love to see that. I don't know, like I guess yeah. I guess like yeah, that was like the worst arc. It was so bad. It just kept disappointing me too. You know what I mean? It's like it just hit like it hit that like cliche battle shonen wall, you know, where it didn't like it seemed like the editor and Kishimoto didn't know where it needed to go, and then they just kept it just got bad. And then like they really wanted the Naruto versus Sasuke fight, right? Like, you know, that's a big part of it. Like they could have had that right after they defeated Madara. We did not really need to see Kaguya. We could have seen Kaguya and Boruto. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we could have seen a lot of things, but like I don't know. That's kind of how I felt. That's kind of how I felt about it. And I can't praise Naruto Part 1 enough. Like, Naruto Part 1 was phenomenal. That shit was fantastic. Even though they did 10-10 dirty. Right? But phenomenal characters. Tsunade was great. Anko, even Sakura, even Hinata, like, you know, was pushing and trying to be better and more confident in herself and everything like that. Like, there was just like a lot of great things about Naruto. And then Shippuden just like flushed a lot of them down the toilet. Let me see. Plus Kishimoto dropped Shisui, Uchiha, and Jiraiya. I want Naruto to hit so badly and have a final battle. Yeah, I mean, like, it could have been different. Could have been different. And you know what happened? Like, I think there were so many. Like, I remember I had a conversation with one of my little brothers, and he is probably the biggest Itachi fan I've ever like met in my entire life. I've met a lot of people who love Itachi, but like my brother loves Itachi. Like he you know, even when he was like, you know, he hadn't been like redeemed or whatever, like he loved him to death. He thought he was like the coolest thing that that had ever been like created. And I didn't really understand it because like I despised him. I thought he was like I mean, I thought he was a great character, but like I also hated him very, very much. Like, I couldn't stand him. You know, like when Sasuke's fighting Itachi and like Itachi does all that shit to him, it's like, that wasn't necessary, dude. You know what I mean? Like, there's like a video of like Tyrone Magnus, who's a YouTuber. He reacted to that scuffle, like battle between Sasuke and Itachi when you know, Sasuke like runs at him with the Chidori and like Itachi fucks him up, then uses Tsukuyomi on him. And it's just like I despise Itachi at that point. I was like, fuck this guy. This guy's a scumbag, piece of shit. And then they redeemed him, and all of a sudden I was just like, I didn't like that. You know, I kind of understood where, like, I get the logistics of it. I understand that, but I didn't like it. And yeah, where the fuck was Shisui? There was just a lot of stuff that wasn't like done. And I think that, you know, maybe it was, you know, it's probably the editor that like pushed Kishimoto to not like deal with particular things and not introduce things. But I have a lot of thoughts on Naruto. I you know, and I didn't have a YouTube channel when Naruto was running, which is probably a good thing because I probably would have gotten into a lot of arguments with people about like how, you know, Kishimoto and the editor dropped the ball in a lot of shit. But yeah. But I mean, like, okay, so, you know, all three chapters are great. The Promised Neverland, I want to get back to that a little bit. I'm really, really interested. This is like such a phenomenal thing to happen. You will see it like a lot of manga. What they'll do is like they are so, or editors like are so scared to like diverge from a particular way that the arc is talking. Like, you know, just like they won't do it. The arc needs to move forward in the way that it's going to move, right? And here, the Promised Neverland, like clearly we were like, yo, like they're going to A08-63, right? I'm pretty sure that those are the numbers, but like, right, like, and now Emma's in like, you know, crazy carnival amusement park land by herself, like it seems, you know, scary stuff. I like I said again, I don't care who you are. if you're like alone in an amusement park or carnival and you're comfortable, I'm like, I don't know, something's up. You might be someone that I might have to, arm's length. You know what I mean? People like, oh no, like, nah. Yeah, like. Also, I read the first chapter of Promise of Neverland. Like it was so good. It was beautiful. Like on the color page, the art, even from the jump, the art was great. But that's because like right, there are some mangaka, right, slash artists who are all about like the manga, and they don't necessarily like go out of the way to like have like a career as an artist like separate from their manga. But like Pasuka is like an artist, right? Like is an artist, right? Like he draws. You know what I mean? So all these chapters are beautifully drawn. And like, you know what I mean? All the little things, right? Like all the little artistic things, like, that like someone like at the caliber of Pasuka would think about, like those, you always see those things, the shading, the lighting, the like little like emotional like shifts in like on the faces and stuff like that. All that stuff, really great stuff. When do you think the anime will come out? Kai, I'm not sure. I would say, obviously, definitely like next year. But I would say like late next year. I would say it's gonna come out like maybe. I feel like the Promised Neverland will come out like the summer of next year. Like, I'm trying to remember like when the beginning of like the anime seasons are. Maybe like June, something like that. June, July, something like that. Probably June. I would say June. I would say, whenever the beginning of the summer like anime cycle begins, that's when I think it'll come out. Because you want, you need the time, you want the chapters to build up. By then you'll have like at least 100 chapters. So I think once, and that's what tends to happen with like manga. Like once they have like a certain number of chapters, usually like 100, certain like a good chunk, like that's when like you see the anime come out. So I expect it to come out like that's the next summer, at the beginning, and if not summer, then the fall. One of those two anime cycles, or anime seasons or whatever. Definitely. I don't think it will be seasonal. At least I hope it's not. But I don't know. I'm not too sure about like anime. I'm more of a manga reader, so I don't know. I don't read Tokyo Ghoul. I got to do a live reaction to that. All you can let me know when, not when, but like what version of Tokyo Ghoul I should read, just because I know there's like different versions, there are like prequels and stuff like that. So I'm not sure exactly where to start. But if you could let me know, that'd be great. You can like tweet that to me. You can send me a message on Twitter. You could email me even. You know what I mean? Like my email's in the description box. But feel free to let me know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this stream, and then I'm going to start like a new stream where we just talk about whatever. So if you guys want to, so okay, guys, so if all of you want to come into the stream, on that stream that I'm going to start, like, right after I end this stream, let me know. Let me know. We'll just keep talking. You can ask me anything. You can ask me about me, whatever. Let me see. I want Madhouse, Studio Bones, or David Production to do it. Also, I don't want Studio Perio or Toei to get their hands on it. Okay, so I'm going to end the stream, and then like once I start the new stream, you can hop right in, and then we'll just keep talking about that. Like we keep talking about whatever, anime, manga, life, whatever. So I'm gonna end the stream. See ya, and then yeah. All right. So I'm the Black Manga Critic. If you're just watching the stream, and you didn't, make it to a live stream, like feel free to like catch other streams that I do. At some point, I also do want to do a Kingdom stream today. So I'll probably do that right after the this like next stream that I'm going to be doing. where I just like, shoot the breeze with like people and everything like that. So like I said, I'm gonna do the stream right after this one. Like, so right after I end this stream, I'm gonna open up a new one, and y'all can hop into that. All right, so I'm the Black Manga Critic, and I'm out. Later, y'all.